Hey folks, welcome to another Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's tools, tips, and talk, where we'll discuss info for the knife maker. In today's episode, I'm going to show you the results of the stainless Damascus. Unfortunately, it's not good news, but I'll take you down to the table and show you that. But before I do that, I got a couple big announcements. First off, yesterday we released or announced the Viking Challenge. This is the next challenge in the YouTube Knife Maker Challenge series, and it will premiere, all of the builds will premiere in April. But you guys can get started if you want to build along and submit something for the Viking Challenge. So check the Viking Challenge announce video that was released yesterday. And next, this one I'm very excited about. It's kind of been a long time coming, kind of in the works for a bit. You guys haven't heard about it. But as of today, episode 1 of the Triple T for Knife Makers podcast is available. I'll be doing this podcast with my buddy Jared from Echo Blades. So far it's been super fun, a little nerve-wracking because it's a new form for us. But I'm really excited to see where it goes and for you guys to come along. We named it Triple T because we will be discussing whatever the Triple T Thursday video is about, among a bunch of other things, having a bunch of fun. So definitely tune in. You'll find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google. So the links to the first episode are down in the video description. Go take a listen and let us know what you think. So lastly, let's go down and take a look at our stainless Damascus outcome. All right, so we're picking up from where we left off last week. We are ready to, I was thinking I was going to start to grind this, but actually I need to heat treat it first because I don't want to be grinding bevels in and then have to heat treat. So it's going in the oven for my standard CPM 154 heat treat, which I'll put over in the corner. So here's our stainless Damascus knife profiled and some of the bevels ground, on one half at least. And as I feared, you can see, if I get it just right here, you can see all these little cracks, which is only in the core steel. Okay, all the Damascus cladding here seems pretty rock solid. You can especially see it kind of down here. There's all these cracks in the core here. So what happened was I got just a little too anxious. Thought I could draw out the billet kind of in the same session that I did the forge weld. I think you're just much better off. I know it's time consuming, but forge welding it together and then putting in the oven and annealing it for 4 hours and then coming back and drawing it out. I'm going to hit up Josh Prince and see what he does. Maybe I just didn't have a good enough forge weld. I only did 4 or 5 heats. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the video, but maybe it just wasn't forge welded enough. When it split, air contacted the core and it just heated up too much and cracked. So yeah, no good. So unfortunately, this is about 12 hours of time and about $200 in material down the drain. So batting 0 on stainless Damascus. Stainless Damascus 2, Tyrell Knifeworks 0. But I'm going to etch this thing so you guys can see what the pattern would have looked like. I've got some muriatic acid here, so let's give it a dip and see what it would have looked like. So this is just some 1-to-1 muriatic acid to distilled water, and let's give it a shot. I'm not sure this is strong enough. We'll leave it for a few minutes. Here you can really see the cracks because all the bubbles are going into those cracks. It really shows off where they are. So I left it in there for about 4 minutes. Probably could have used the full strength acid, but Yeah, you can see the pattern looked pretty cool. I got that nice dark line from the AEBL and then the core, which I can see cracks even more now that the acid has shown them off. But I like the pattern. It would have looked cool. I will not give up, folks. Sadly, folks, another failure on the stainless Damascus on the very last step. I promise you I will conquer this and I will get a knife out of it. So stay tuned. I'm going to try it in the future. If you haven't checked it out already, go check out the Viking Challenge announce video to see what's coming up and see how you can participate as a viewer. Don't forget our sponsor, Maritime Knife Supply. If you need stainless steel to try this yourself or any other kind of knife making material, Lawrence has it at Maritime Knife Supply. Go get yours. Lastly, please check out the Triple T for Knife Makers podcast on your favorite podcast outlet. It will follow this Triple T Thursday video. I think we're planning on the podcast to come out every Tuesday, so stay tuned. The first episode is already up there. Tune in for next week's episode. In future episodes of this Triple T Thursday, I'm going to be restarting or redoing my beginner series. So if you're just tuning in and you're not sure how to get started in knife making, this is the series you want to watch. We're going to start with the very first video on how to get started with nothing. So that's going to be next week's video. Tune in. We'll see you next time, guys.